This presentation is about the Alban effect, the Alban process, and the Alban experience. Hello, and a special greeting to every one of you watching. Congratulations on making the decision to positively change your life. So, let me ask you, are you sick? Do you know anyone who is sick? I invite you to watch this video and change your life. I invite you to share this video with someone who needs it. Now, let's start by talking about psychoneurolinguistic immunoendocrinology. It is a new science that teaches us how our minds can make us sick, and how our minds can also cure us. Psychoneurolinguistic immunoendocrinology, often referred to as PNIE, is an interdisciplinary field of study. PNIE explores the interactions and connections between the psychological, neurological, immune, and endocrine systems in the human body. This field investigates how these systems communicate and influence each other, and how they collectively impact an individual's health and well-being. The method used in PNIE to study these interactions is often referred to as a multidisciplinary approach or biopsychosocial model for sustained health. The PNIE biopsychosocial model for sustained health offers a holistic perspective on the interplay between mind and body. I like to call this method the Alban Effect. More than just the method, first I want to talk about the results. To talk about the Alban Effect, first I want to introduce myself. My name is Jose Gerardo Alban. I studied medicine at Caldas University in Manizales, Colombia, South America. When I graduated, I started getting interested in the power of the mind, the programming of the mind. I started working with John Grinder, who is one of the pioneers in neurolinguistics, and I completed my master's degree program as a mentee of Dr. Richard Bandler, another pioneer in neurolinguistics. I continued studying medical neurolinguistics, and then around 2015, I discovered this new science that I'm sharing with you today known as psychoneurolinguistic immunoendocrinology. This is the process where I teach people how to cure themselves using the power of their mind. When I started, I used surveys to ascertain the efficacy of this healing method. I surveyed how the people felt before the conference and then surveyed them after the conference. 100% of the respondents indicated they felt better. Over time, I stopped issuing the surveys, while continuing to improve what I'm teaching. The evidence was clear. The Alban Effect works. Today, I want you to learn how the Alban Effect can positively improve your life. For us to go deep and talk about PNIE, let's start from the beginning. The Alban Effect starts with the seminal work of George Salomon, a genius doctor that passed away in 2001. He was a psychiatrist at UCLA in 1964. He found that when his female patients experienced more stress, their rheumatoid arthritis flared up. He made the association between emotions and the immune system. He realized it was not only the rheumatoid arthritis, but also other diseases that affected the immune system. He was the first to identify this science. Psychoimmunology says that everything that occurs in the immune system depends on how one feels. Later, other scientists came into the picture. They began investigating PNIE as well. Now let's reiterate. What does psychoneurolinguistic immunoendocrinology mean? It's a science that teaches us that every thought we have generates changes to our nervous system. These changes make our bodies secrete substances called neurotransmitters and hormones. Those are the substances that produce changes to the physical body. The bottom line is, a positive attitude creates health. A negative attitude creates disease. So basically, whether we are healthy or sick depends on how we think. I want to share a very important concept. Nothing happens in the body without the mind giving the instructions. The problem is that this happens in the subconscious mind. 95% of what we are, what we do, what we think, what we suffer, and what we live, is done automatically. We get sick and we don't realize that we're controlling it. What I want to teach you is to control your subconscious mind. For you to give instructions to your body to change your life. This is what I refer to as the Alban Effect. It's a method I will teach you. But first, let's talk about Dr. Herbert Benson, an internist, from Harvard University. He discovered that patients experiencing strong emotions get sick. There is a relationship between your body and your mind. At Harvard School of Medicine, he created the Mind and Body Medical Institute because he believed that what happens in the body is created by the mind. An oncologist from the United States named Dr. Carl Simonton started hearing what Dr. Benson was talking about, that everything that happens in the body is created by the mind. Dr. Simonton started telling his patients that every disease comes from our mind, which this means that cancer comes from the mind as well. So, if cancer comes from the mind, where should it be treated? In the mind. He told his patients, we are going to do these exercises 3 times per day. You are to sit down for 5 minutes and visualize that you are curing yourself. You are going to imagine the tumors are disintegrating and that you are being cured. But he himself thought that that sounded too easy. It can't be that easy. So, let's apply some logic to this. Our bodies rejuvenate every day. We produce new cells every day. Just understand that red blood cells in your bloodstream live for 120 days. It doesn't matter if you're 100 years old. Your red blood cells last for 120 days and then they are replaced with new ones. But that doesn't happen exclusively with red blood cells. It happens to the skin as well. It happens every 28 days for the skin. When we are outside in the sun, the cells get activated, they reproduce faster, and the old ones dry out. But it doesn't just happen with red blood cells or white blood cells or skin cells. It happens with cells in your liver, colon, stomach, bones, and muscles too. Every single day our bodies are rejuvenating. Carl Simonton said that during the process of rejuvenation, there are cells that reproduce uncontrollably. They reproduce uncontrollably until they form a tumor. But isn't what is happening in our body meant to be perfect? We have heard 1,000 times that our body and mind are perfect. If we are perfect, why do we get sick? We are going to learn about that today. In our bodies we have these cells that protect us against tumors. They are called leukocytes. Leukocytes, commonly known as white blood cells, are a crucial component of the body's immune system. Leukocytes are produced in the bone marrow and circulate throughout the bloodstream, where they can be transported to areas of the body in need of immune responses. They play a vital role in defending the body against infections and diseases. One type of leukocyte is called lymphocytes, otherwise known as natural killers. Lymphocytes are responsible for specific immune responses. There are two main types of lymphocytes: B cells, which produce antibodies, and T cells, which help coordinate immune responses and can directly attack infected cells. Lymphocytes go in your bloodstream looking throughout your system to see whether any cells are growing abnormally. If so, they attack them, kill them, and there is no more cancer. For whatever reason, if our level of lymphocytes is low, we cannot fight back disease. When our body's defenses are weak, those natural killers are weak, and we are exposed to tumor cells. Carl Simonton told his patients to sit down for 5 minutes and visualize that we are producing millions and millions of these killer cells, and we are going to disperse all of them throughout our body looking for cancer cells. Imagine that these killer cells are soldiers with weapons killing all the cancer cells. You must know that as a matter of fact, Carl Simonton, which is not a surprise, has one of the highest percentage rates for curing cancer in the United States. Now if you have noticed, I've only been talking about science. This is scientific. There are hundreds of universities teaching about this science. There are thousands of doctors practicing this science with their patients. And there are millions of people in the world who are curing themselves by using this science. What does it mean? If just one person can cure themselves, then you can cure yourself too. So, Carl Simonton wrote a book called The Healing Journey. In the book he explains to his colleagues that it's not only cancer that can be cured. You can visualize that you are curing yourself of any disease. If your problem is that your white blood cells are too high, or have an autoimmune disease, you can start thinking with love about your white blood cells. Imagine giving flowers to them. Treat them with love for them to stop attacking you. Sounds ridiculous, right? No, it's not. If your problem is that your white blood cell levels are down, like you have a chronic infection, then imagine yourself adding more white blood cells. This works. When I meet with colleagues, they are often confused about how this could work. I explain to them that I teach my patients the same thing we learned in college, and what we already know, except the other way around. How could this work? Yes, all the doctors are specialized in understanding all the processes of inflammation. We are good at understanding inflammation. But I tell my colleagues, I teach my patients that they have the power to alleviate the inflammation from the inside. Start using this God-given power. Start thinking that you can cure yourself. And now I'm going to talk about another oncologist. Dr. Reich Gerd Hamer from Germany. In the 1980s, his son was killed in Italy. He was devastated. A few years later, he developed testicular cancer, but that's not all. At the same time his wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. He asked, how could this be that we both have cancer at the same time? There must be something we have in common for this to happen. He started to search what he and his wife had in common to cause this. He found nothing. The only thing he had in common with his wife was the grief and pain over the death of their son. So, he started saying that every disease, including cancer, is a physiological response from the organism to cure emotional pain. Then he started to search through his patients' histories, and he discovered that all his patients had previously had a large emotional upset. What a surprise. So, he started to tell his colleagues that cancer was not the problem. He tried to make them understand that it was not cancer that kills, but the fear of dying with cancer. The panic makes your body create abnormal cells and other harmful substances. The production of harmful substances in your body is what makes you sick. And this stems from negative experiences. So, let's take control. Let's do this instead. Let's learn how to activate your internal pharmacy in a positive way to start healing ourselves using what I call the Alban Effect. But first, I want to go back in time to talk about Émile Coué. This too is an important part of the Alban Effect. In 1920, Émile Coué was a French psychologist who performed hypnosis and put ideas in people's minds. He called them hypnotic suggestions. And with these hypnotic suggestions, he changed people's lives. He started telling his colleagues, I don't need to perform hypnosis any longer. And they asked how this could be possible. He had gone beyond hypnosis, saying that we don't need anyone to perform hypnosis on us because we can do it to ourselves. Self-hypnosis. His colleagues said that this was impossible. Coué said it was possible. In fact, we do it all the time. All the time, we are programming ourselves with self-hypnosis. When you wake in the morning and you say, life is so hard, life is so difficult, why me? Every day I'm older and sicker and fatter, I have such bad luck, nobody loves me, everybody hates me. Wait. Stop. What are you doing? You are programming and hypnotizing yourself. I invite you to change the programming. When you wake in the morning, start feeding yourself by saying, thank you God. Today I feel younger and prettier. I have more energy and vitality. I believe in me, I trust myself, I love myself, I am happy. Self-affirmations. How long does it take to say these few words to yourself? The idea is that you say these words to yourself several times a day to create a new brain circuit. And that's what we are going to start learning today. We are going to understand, to discover how the Alban effect works. To talk about this effect, I'm asking you to use the most powerful medicine that exists in the world. And it is called oxygen. I invite you to breathe. As you know, we have automatic bodily functions. You have your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your intestines. And we can't control any of them. But our minds and bodies are perfect. There is one function we have that is powerful and we have control of it. And that is our breathing. The design of our bodies is so perfect that when you breathe, your being changes. When you are delivering a baby, they ask you to breathe and something changes. When you are mad, they say breathe to calm you down. When you are nervous to speak in front of people, they say breathe and something changes. You have a pain? Breathe. When you breathe there is a change to your being. Now the problem is, to live we only need two things, to eat and to breathe. We can stop eating for a month and nothing happens. But if we stop breathing for 5 minutes, we die. So, what is more important? To drink, eat, or to breathe? Obviously, to breathe. But we always breathe automatically. We don't think about it. The problem with the automatic function is that sometimes we stop breathing and we accumulate a large amount of toxins in our bodies, and they make us sick. That's why I want to invite you to breathe, to use that oxygen to create a new brain circuit in your minds. How are we going to do this? The first thing I want you to do is to be mindful. What do you want to improve in your life? Many of you will say, I don't want this pain in my shoulder, I don't want this pain in my back, I don't want this pain in my neck, or in my knee. I say no, 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 no. Think big. Imagine yourself 20 years younger, full of energy, full of vitality, full of confidence, full of love for yourself. I want you to imagine a new self today. I want you to imagine that self is healthy, full of energy and vitality. What is it that you want to be? Imagine a new self. Get up from that bed or chair and decide what it is that you want to do to heal yourself. Visualize it. Design it. I want you to see it. How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you express yourself? How do you dress yourself? I want you to hear yourself and see yourself as the new person that you want to be. I want you to imagine being that new self. And we are going to create a new brain circuit with this new image you have of yourself. First, what is the intention? Second, visualize it. Now I want us to work on the most important part of the process. Now to put emotion into it. What are the emotions we need? People only suffer for 2 reasons. And we are going to make clear that only people who suffer get sick. What makes us suffer? The past and the future. When we focus on the past, we imagine the worst future. It is called learned helplessness. The problem is that we are not afraid of the past, we are afraid of the future. Because we busy ourselves with the past, we are full of blame, guilt, shame, hatred, and resentment. These generate negative substances that are going to make us sick. The problem is that when we focus on the future, we get fearful, anxious, and full of stress. This generates negative substances in the body that are going to make us sick. This happens because we keep dwelling in the past and in the future. I want you to, right at this moment, think in the here and now, without hatred, without resentment, without grudges. I want you to practice this exercise. I want you to feel full of love. I want you to remember one day in your life when you were very happy. I want you to remember how it felt to be full of love for yourself, how you looked to yourself. I want you to remember how you felt, how you expressed yourself, how you felt full of that love. I want to invite you to smile. Every time you smile, you generate a substance called dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter responsible for happiness, vitality, joy, energy. So, from now on, every hour by your watch, smile. You're going to say, I need my dopamine dose. What do you think? Is it easy or is it difficult to do this? This 5-minute exercise you are going to give to yourself. Dopamine with a positive image of yourself full of love. Now we are going to breathe. How are we going to do it? We are going to inhale, pause, and then slowly, calmly, softly exhale. We let the air leave completely, pause, and start again. Like when you're using weights, when you let them go, you feel relaxed. When you are exhaling, you think of all the weight you are letting go of. Expel all these negative thoughts, bad memories, bad actions, bad feelings, bad emotions, and toxins. You are freeing your body of all those toxins, and you feel relaxed. We are going to practice this breathe exercise for 5 minutes, several times a day. It is a gift to yourself. You can use an alarm to remind you periodically, and that will be enough. During those 5 minutes, smile and imagine a new self, full of love, full of confidence. But we are going to give it more power. Do you believe in God? There was a priest from India named Anthony de Mello. He taught people how to pray. In his books, he states that when you are praying, imagine that God is in the air. So, when you inhale, you are filling yourself with God-filled air, from the top to the bottom. When you inhale, you are cleaning, healing, purifying, and rejuvenating. And when you exhale, you are going to throw away everything that is negative. Bad memories and emotions, feelings, and actions. Everything that is bad in your life. Then you inhale again and let God inside your body, and slowly exhale and again throw away everything that is negative. Pause. Start the routine again. Now we can use more power. We are going to imagine that the air you are breathing is green. And you are going to paint your whole body with this green paint from the top to the bottom. We identify the color green with health. In the area that you want more healing, you apply more green paint. We are going to add another new exercise. We are going to add in music that you can find on the internet. It's a song by Reich Hamer, the oncologist. Once he was singing along with the tune and a friend of his came in and said, I like that singing. So, Hamer recorded it and gave it to his friend. His friend's daughter suffered with lupus. When the friend went home and played the music, his daughter heard it and liked it as well. She went to her room to listen to the song, more and more frequently. The next time they went back to the doctor for testing, the tests came back normal. She didn't have lupus anymore. The doctor's office was surprised. The friend went back to Hamer and shared this experience with him. He claimed that the only change to her life during that time was listening to the song. The song is called Healing Song by Dr. Reich Gerd Hamer and can be found in the description below. Give yourself the gift of using it to create a new being, completely healed. Now we are going to put into action this exercise with the music for 5 minutes. When you are listening to the music, sit upright, not leaning on the back of the chair. Feel comfortable. Close your eyes. You are going to focus only on your breathing. I want you to see the new being healed. I want you to see it full of energy and vitality. Give instructions to your body to heal itself where it is hurt. When you inhale God in your breathing, think that God is cleaning, rejuvenating, and making a change to your body's structure, changing, detoxing, reducing inflammation, decompressing. Think that in these 5 minutes, you are going to be healed. Breathe in. Smile. Feel the pleasant feelings flowing through you. From the top to the bottom. Fill yourself with love. Fill yourself with love. Remember those moments of happiness. Fill yourself with love. In this moment, think of the here and now. Live only in the here and now and visualize cells reproducing normally. Loving yourself. Taking care of yourself. Protecting yourself. Smile. Give yourself this 5-minute gift. Let your body relax. Let your arms and legs hang loose. Relax. Enjoy the feelings of relaxation. Slowly, throw away everything that is bad. Without stopping breathing, put all your attention on the palm of your hand. All of us have God-given healing power in our hands. Eastern people have known and used this for over 5,000 years, and they have different names for this power. Here we call it healing with healing. Now we are going to rub our palms together quickly to activate God's healing power to put in each cell in your body. Starting with your head, massage your skull, giving precise and clear instruction to heal, to rejuvenate, clean, and detox each of the cells of your head. Then massage your forehead, your eyes, your neck, your cheeks, and your nose. Then massage every part of your body, every organ of your body, all the way down. Experience that nice feeling in your body healing. Feel your heart, your lungs, working completely healed. Imagine every structure of your body healthy, without any pain or discomfort. Massage your abdomen. Massage your pelvis. Massage your thighs like you are rubbing yourself to make them wake up, to rejuvenate, to heal. Then one more time rub your palms together and imagine they are covered in green paint. And place your hands on that area of your body that needs the most healing. If it is your sore throat, your breasts, your pelvis, your kidneys. But if you are fine and feel no pain or have no ailments, then place your hands on your head and start feeling that energy going down through your whole body, flooding your body with healing energy. And you are filling your body with healing energy to clean, rejuvenate, and regenerate the body's cells. Continue breathing. Smile. Look up. Inhale deeply, as deep as you can. Put your right hand on your heart. We are going to call this an anchor. Your heart is an anchor. Every time you touch this anchor, a file is going to open. In your mind there is going to be a file that is opened, and you are going to come back to this moment when you are experiencing these nice feelings of good health, love, and vitality. Hold your heart again and inhale deeply, and you are going to say, "Thank you, God." One more time, look up, flood your body with nice feelings of good health, love, and vitality. And you are going to say, "Thank you, God." Now open your eyes with a big smile and tell me how you feel. Think about how you felt before this exercise and how you feel now. If you feel better, remember that this is just the first dose. If you practice this exercise before you go to bed, relax your mind, relax your body, imagine how well you are going to sleep. On top of all this, I will tell you that while we are sleeping, the body cleans itself, rejuvenates and regenerates. Imagine how you are going to feel the next day. And tomorrow when you get up and you give yourself the gift of this routine, you're going to have a wonderful day. And if you practice it every day, or several times a day, imagine the positive results in a week. How are you going to feel in a month? Imagine if you do this several times a day. I am going to give you a task. You must reinforce your anchor. How do we reinforce it? Every time you practice the Alban Effect, imagine that you are healed, full of vitality, full of joy, feeling younger. You touch your anchor, your heart. Additionally, we are going to hypnotize ourselves during the day. Visualize yourself completely healed, looking younger, full of happiness. Put your hand on your heart. You are going to repeat at least 10 times, "Thank you, God, because today I am healed. I am full of energy, full of vitality. Every day I feel better and better." In this way, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. Before you go to sleep every night, I want your last thought to see a new being. A new being full of love, energy, happiness, and vitality. Living in the now, feeling better, and additionally share this information. Smile. Show the world that you are a new being, that you are living a second chance. Nothing happens by mistake. Give yourself the opportunity to change your life. Share it to the world. Have my permission to interpret/translate this video. And to share it with whoever you want to use your cell phone or social media. Show it to the world. The idea is that we share with as many people as possible. If you want to know more about this topic, I invite you to visit Dr. Reichhamer's website. The link can be found in the description. Share the information. I hope you practice what you have learned every day. Leave your comments. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notifications when we publish more videos like this.